This is a demonstration of how to register FS Flying School. Whether you have downloaded the program or if you have bought it on CD, the registration process is the same. Regardless of whether or not you've purchased the program, once you've installed it, you will be running the demo version, as we can see up here on the FS Flying School screen. To unlock the demo version and give you all the features of FS Flying School, all we need to do is enter your registration information into the registration detailed fields in this section of the credit screen. We get to the credit screen in FS Flying School simply by clicking on the credits button. By default, FS Flying School starts out at the information page, and so to register the program, which you only have to do once, you come to the credits page. When you're doing this, you don't need to be connected to Flight Simulator, and you do not need to be connected to the internet. All you need to do is use the registration information which either came with the CD that you purchased or was sent to you by the vendor you purchased it from, which may be us here at FS Inventions. If you receive the information from us here at FS Inventions, the email that you received is going to look something like this email over here. So to get to the point, what you need to do is get this information from here into these fields. And the way to do that is to copy and paste the information. If the information is right here already available for copying and pasting, what you should not do is attempt to memorize it and type it into these fields, because the slightest mistake that you make in putting the information into those fields will mean that the key will not work, and when you press the Register Program button over here, you will get a message saying that you've entered an invalid registration key. If, on the other hand, you have not had this information emailed to you because your registration information is on a sticker that is stuck inside the CD that you have purchased, in that case you will need to type the information in, and we just ask that you do it very carefully, because again, the slightest mistake will mean that the registration will not work. So to show you how to do the copy and paste method, we'll just do this very quickly and very simply. All we have to do is take the information like that. I'll right click on the mouse and I'll pick copy. I'll come over here, press in there, and then paste it into place. I'll go back over here, get the next field, I'll copy that, come over here and paste it into place. Go over and get field number 3 over here, copy that and paste it into place. And then finally get the registration key itself. I'll copy that and then I will paste it into place. Now, having done that, all we need to do is press the Register Program button, which, if all the details we've entered are correct, then it will register the program for us. What will happen then is that all the information that we've put in into these fields here will become grayed out, much as the Connect button is, for example, at the moment, signifying that we cannot alter it. Also, the Register Program button itself will become grayed out, showing that once registration has been done once and correctly, there is no need to do it again, and in fact you cannot do it again. Now, because this information that I've used here is fictitious just for the purposes of the demonstration, as you will imagine, if I press the Register Program button, we will get an invalid registration key message showing up. That's telling us that there's something about the details of the information that we've put in which is incorrect. Also keep in mind that if we don't know exactly who you are at the time that the registration key is issued, which would typically be the case, for example, if you were buying a CD which are mass-produced, they all have individual keys, but of course they wouldn't have your name in the key, in which case the information that we're pasting into these fields, into the first 3 fields at least, would look different. It would simply be a series of numbers. So field 1, 2, and 3 would simply contain numbers which you would then copy from the CD label and type directly into field 1, field 2 and field 3. The registration key itself, this one here, is going to look the same type of thing regardless of whether or not you're putting it in from a printed CD label or whether in this case we have emailed it to you. And as an example, if we did have numerical information that we were putting into the registration fields, such as would be printed on the label that would come with an FS Flying School CD, or could also be provided by some of our vendors from whom you might download the program, it would go into the fields as we have described. So, for example, into the first field we would have a purely numeric piece of information such as this, and then we come to the next item. Whoops, there we go. Got to be very careful when you put these in. And here's the next one. And then finally we would come to the registration key itself. Oops, I'm making plenty of mistakes myself here. And there we have it. And so that's what the information would look like if it was the machine-generated information that had no part of your personal information in it. And then again, from there we would press Register Program, and because this is just test information for the purposes of this demonstration, we'd press Register and we get the invalid registration key dialog again. If we had entered real valid information, then, as I said before, you would press this and the whole thing would become grayed out, the key would be permanently in there, and also we would notice that the demo version words up here would go away. You would have the full version, of course, of FS Flying School.